Good morning. Glad you could join us on the Weather Network. It is Monday, November the 4th, and it is time for your national forecast here at Weather AM. We'll begin in Nanaimo, British Columbia. See some of the time lapse of the clouds, and Vancouver Island taking it on the chin today with rain, wind, and snow. Bonavista, Newfoundland, so we go from the west coast to the east coast. Also been dealing with some air cool enough for some snow showers there as well. All right, let's take a look at your national forecast. And really, there's three stories that we're following here. One, very warm air coming into Ontario and then gradually moving eastwards. Number two, we've got snow, rain, and wind into BC, and then that'll be ultimately moving it into Alberta as well. And if there's a fourth story, well, it's hurricane season isn't over yet, and we'll be watching the Caribbean Sea and the Gulf of Mexico this week for more activity. High pressure in the Atlantic, that has been pumping up all that warm, humid air, more stormy conditions likely in the southern plains towards the mid-Mississippi River Valley, including tornadoes, but into Ontario and Quebec, and by Wednesday into the Maritimes, warm air for you. Now, ahead of the warm front, we've had some very brief freezing rain and mixed precipitation move from Ottawa Valley towards the Laurentians, and by tonight, that'll move over north of Quebec City. So that's sort of the leading edge of that mixed precipitation. The steadier rain up towards northern Ontario, northern Quebec, so umbrellas for much of the day today and tomorrow likely needed, but in the southern areas it's going to be hit and miss showers. There is that risk of freezing rain north of Quebec City, and then any freezing rain would change to rain as the warm front crosses you and brings milder air. You'll get some rain showers Tuesday in the Maritimes, Tuesday night into Newfoundland, and then you will also see your temperatures rise. Tuesday overnight could be challenging some all-time record low minimums, record low minimums for how warm it's going to be. That's a weird word to say. It'll be very warm nights. Very warm. Okay, so this afternoon, 20 in Windsor, 7 in Ottawa, and 9 in Montreal. So you can see where that warm front is, up to 20 degrees in Montreal and Ottawa. Tomorrow, 21 in Toronto, 25 in Windsor. Nope, northeastern Ontario, still dealing with the rain. Maritimes, there's your rain showers. A little warmer tomorrow than today, and then by Wednesday, potentially near 20 degrees Celsius. So just to reiterate, this is what I was talking about. So overnight tonight, Windsor, 18 degrees is possible, and I think we're going to eclipse some of these all-time November low temperatures. So it is, you could shut the heat off for a couple of nights, maybe save a couple of bucks that way too. Let's go to the west. Snowing from Prince George towards Williams Lake into the interior. The higher elevations, the higher amounts of snowfall, and heavy rain this morning for you across the lower mainland, Vancouver Island, coinciding with some strong winds. Strong southeasterly winds ahead of it, 70 to 90 kilometers per hour near exposed coastal areas. Strong west to northwest winds this afternoon. So this will really be challenging the power grid. Could be looking at ferry cancellations or at least delays, and also likely maybe some tree damage. The winds tomorrow will be much lighter. The heaviest rain is this morning, so the afternoon is not as dicey precipitation-wise for the coast, but you'll notice the conditions deteriorating in the interior because everything is moving eastwards and could be looking at substantial snow, especially for those mountain passes. So careful traveling by land and by sea today.